Welcome to Physics 2207. I'm going to show you how to use Google Sheets to draw a graph. Alright, so first thing we need to do is open up Google Sheets. So I'm just using a web browser. We go and type in the address, just sheet.new, and that will create a new spreadsheet. The first thing we need to do is we need to label our axes. So we're going to make the x-axis time and the y-axis position. And you should always include both the symbol for what is you're plotting and the units. Okay, now if this was a problem set question or something, you would have some set of data to put in here. I'm just going to make something up. Do 1 second, 2 seconds, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just going to choose random positions. 5, 3, 6, 8, 10. Okay. The next thing we want to do is we want to highlight all of the data plus the headings. Then we click on Insert and click on Chart. And magically, out pops the graph of position versus time. Right? And you should also see a chart editor coming out to the side. If I click anywhere else, that chart editor disappears, but I can bring it back by double-clicking on this graphics. All right, the first thing I want to do is I don't like this title. So I'm going to change this title, and what it's, depending on the question, you'll have different things in here. So this is sometimes it's best just to have blank. Sometimes it's, position of car. Okay. Now, depending on what you want this to look like, you might, instead of wanting a line, have, say, dots. Right, to do that, I double-click on the figure to bring up this chart editor, and under Setup, I click on Chart Type, and I have an entirely crazy set of things I can choose from. I'm going to choose Scatter Chart, which I think is the same as what pulled up here under Suggestions. And there we go. Instead of having that line, we just have dots at those various points. Okay. If I wanted to change what the x-axis was, so suppose instead of I hadn't put the right thing here, and I wanted to write it out, say time rather than t. You have to edit. Now, then the final thing you want to do is you'll want to be able to save this. So I can do, again, you click on the graph, and you see these 3 little dots there. I click on it, and one of the options is the download. I recommend using PNG. Here in this video, I'll do PDF. So I'm just going to do PDF document, and this then got saved to the disk, and it got in on my computer. It was automatically opened by preview. As with typically on your browser, you can go into the downloads and find where this thing is saved. And then later, you can upload it to the Canvas site if you have to submit it, or you can attach it to a document in some other way. All right, hope this was helpful. Enjoy the rest of your week.